In this episode, we're talking about how to do keyword research for YouTube video marketing. If you're picking keywords just because they have high search volume, you're probably attracting the wrong people. And if you're chasing viral trends, hoping they'll bring you clients, you're actually playing the wrong game entirely. Most keyword tools were built for creators chasing views, not clients and customers. But what if you could use keyword research to attract people who are ready to buy from you? In this episode, we're cutting through the noise. You'll find out what really matters and even how a small channel can use the right keywords to attract serious clients. Let's dive right in. If your goal is really YouTube video marketing, not nurturing, like marketing is getting in front of people who've never heard of you before, should I pick keywords with high search volume? That sounds like a good idea, right? You want a high volume of people to watch your videos so you can generate a high volume of leads. I want you to visualize a staircase, okay? So let's say the bottom stairs here and it works your way up to the top. So the high volume keywords are gonna be at the top. When you start a staircase and you wanna get to the top, what's the first stair that you start with, right? You don't start in the middle, or you can't start at the top, right? To use a staircase, we start at the bottom and we work our way up the top. That's how keyword research works. You want to find the phrases that you can dominate quickly and work your way up to the next ones and then the next ones. And eventually you will dominate those phrases that have the high volume. But if you try starting at the top, if you try jumping to the top of the stairs, you're gonna fail. It won't work. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be nasty. Can I rank for trending or popular topics? Trying to rank for trending or popular topics is actually going to shoot you in the foot. Let's talk about the trending side of it. Trending topics are topics that are popular right now or that are just becoming popular, but they're not going to be popular in a month from now. So for people who are trying to get videos to go viral, they commonly go after trends, and oftentimes, and if they hit that wave just right, it can really be successful for them. They can get millions and millions of views. Is that what you want? Now, before you answer that question wrongly, what is the result that you want? If you want to leverage YouTube to generate leads and customers for your business, if you have a video that goes viral, how likely are those millions of views to turn into customers? It's not likely at all. When something goes viral, you have no control over it. And it's typically the thing that you're least expecting to go viral that does. And I've been hurt in a big way when I had a video that went viral. It got 1.5 million views, but it attracted the complete wrong audience that did not like the rest of my content. And so the YouTube algorithm told me to stop making my regular content that was actually generating leads. So instead of going after these trends or popular topics, you can find popular topics that are specific to your target audience. You can do research and find what is it that my target audience wants to know? What challenges do they have? And specifically, what questions are they asking? When they go to Google and YouTube, what words are they typing in? And when you can find that specific to your target audience, that's where you can focus. So even though this video isn't going to take off and go viral, you're going to get a number of views that are quality views of people who are looking for your help. Is keyword research just finding tags or phrases for the algorithm? The quick answer is no. Tags don't work anymore. And the SEO of the past, you would try and find keywords that you could use these loopholes in Google to get your website ranking for it. Today, SEO is way better and it's way simpler. The keyword research part is what I've been describing. Your keyword research is not just finding these tags, but finding the questions that your target audience is asking. So don't think about the algorithm, think about your target audience and find out what do they want, what's best going to serve them. And if you create content for these people, the algorithm will actually work in your favor. It'll find these people for you and put your videos in front of them. What were TubeBuddy and vidIQ built for? These tools were built for creators chasing views, not leads. So if you're trying to generate leads, then don't use TubeBuddy or vidIQ. I deleted them from my computer. How do I find keywords that actually attract paying clients? Can I have some fun with you for a moment and show you something? I'll show you a real example. So if we come to YouTube, all right, watch this. I'm going to type in become politician. All right, notice Jay Townsend. I just love this example because he totally dominates YouTube, right? So how did we get here? All right, I'm going to show you a tool. This is called the Keyword Magic Tool. Of all the tools out there, this is the tool that I use and recommend. You can get a 2-week free trial if you go to herokeywordtool.com. It's on the website SEMrush, and they have this whole suite of tools. Of all these tools, this is the one that I use. So watch this. If I type in those same words, become politician, And so to tell you a little bit about Jay, he's a consultant for people that are running campaigns and wanting to win an election. So when I type that in, I can turn on the questions button. I can turn on this word count filter. I usually love to start at 8. Like when you can find really specific questions that have 8 words or 9 or 10 words, these are gold and you can rank for them really, really fast on YouTube. So look at all these questions. How hard is it to become a politician, or can you become one without a degree? There's another one about a degree. There's one about India. There's one about BitLife. Not relevant for Jay. How long does it take? How many years? Pretty similar there. When you find those that are exact duplicates, you can just skip those, but you keep looking and find all the unique ones. What do you need to study to become a politician? A similar one, you can pick the one you like the wording the best. What education is needed? I don't think these apply to Jay, but they would apply to somebody. How do you become a politician in Australia or in Canada? Can being a lawyer help you become a politician? So whatever your subject matter is, whatever you're an expert in, you can take your expertise and put it into a tool like this, and you can find hundreds and hundreds of these questions that become the titles of your episodes. You're never going to run out of topics to talk about. What if my keyword doesn't get many views? Will it still work? The truth is, the lower that number is, the better. Meaning the lower the number of consistent views every single month, the easier it will be to dominate it quickly. So you want to find a question that has 10 or 20 searches per month. Those are the ones that I want you to start with. When you film those videos, post them to YouTube, track when all of them are ranking at the top of YouTube, then go after the 30s. And when all of those are ranking at the top of YouTube, then go after the 40s and the 50s and work your way up. How do I know if someone searching this keyword wants to buy something? That's the beauty of these specific questions. Now, in my business and all the clients that I work with, coaches, speakers, authors, mentors, course creators, what we're selling is information. So if people are going to Google and YouTube and they're searching for information, they're searching for our expertise. Not everyone that is searching for that wants to hire somebody, but a good percentage of them do. They are searching for advice. They're searching for somebody who has real experience, that really knows what they're talking about. Now, in other episodes that I teach on my channel, I talk about a 2-step marketing process. So we're not putting a promo video in front of these people. In this moment, they're in a what's in it for me mindset. They have a question and they're just wanting an answer. So step 1 is we make a video that answers their question. And we just give them value. We don't hold back. We don't keep any secrets. We're talking to them for about 10 or 12 minutes. In that 10 or 12 minutes, we're giving them so much value and they appreciate it so much. It's building a relationship. Now, typically, they're going to watch other episodes, and at the end of our episodes, we can have a call to action that sends them to our website. We can give them a free gift. We can send them to a webinar, or we can even give them our contact information, whatever that is. At that point, they're going to leave YouTube and go to your website. Now, that's where you're going to have a promo video. That's where they're going to see branding and learn more about what you have to offer. Step 1 is these people who've never heard of you before. You want them to find you, and it will start building a relationship with you. And those people that are ready and that are looking for something more, they're the ones that are going to go to your website. Those are the ones you're going to have a conversation with. Can I rank if I don't have a big channel yet? Yes, in fact, just this year, we've launched several new YouTube channels and all of them are ranking. So these are brand new YouTube channels. One of them, we've only been launching 1 episode per week. And when we check the ranking in month 3, we are already ranking at the top of YouTube for many of these topics. In fact, at that 2-month mark, I was on a Zoom call with my client. Her name's Jennifer, and I keep track of things in spreadsheets. Why don't I just show you? All right, so she teaches people how to get promoted. This is Jennifer Kinney. You can check out her YouTube channel. Now, a yes means when we search for this question, she's ranking at the top, in the top 3. A starting means we have to scroll down, but we find her in the top 20. And a no means we don't find her anywhere. So back in February, when we first searched for this, you can see that it's all no's, and there's 27 different questions that we're wanting to rank for here. And you can also see her filming date. Some were filmed at the beginning of February, some in March. Now by March 11th, you see that we had a few startings and 2 yeses. And that adds up to a score of 2.75. I give a yes a score of 1 and a starting a score of 0.25. A couple weeks later, things had shifted around. We still had 2 yeses, a score of 2.5. Then by April 18th, it was up to a 3.75. And this is where we had the Zoom call. I showed her, look, now you've got 3 yeses and 3 startings. And she was like, wow, I didn't expect it to happen so fast. What she hasn't seen yet, we just pulled the ranking on this yesterday on the 8th, and now she's got 5 yeses and 3 startings. What's more important, competition, search volume, or intent? A lot of the keyword tools that you use categorize it this way. Admittedly, this is more for paid ads, for buyer keywords, because you really want to hone in on people that are in the buying phase right then. If people are searching for information, that can be a big waste of money because you haven't built a relationship yet and they might not even be in the right phase, or just to word that better, they might not be ready to purchase right then. The timing might not be right. But our goal with these YouTube videos, step one is to build the relationship. So if people are searching for information, that is gold. We want people to find us, we want people to join our email list, and we can continue to nurture them over time, and we have a relationship with them when the timing is right. So that's the buyer intent. I don't really pay attention to that. When you're talking about competition, I view competition differently. Just because a tool says that this is high competition or low competition, I don't believe it. I found a much better method, and it's really simple. The more words a question has, by default means the less competition there is, and the lower the monthly search volume, the lower the competition is. So I go after phrases that have lots of words, the more words the better, and that have lower but consistent search volume every single month. That's what we did with Jennifer Kenny, and we've obviously turned many of her no's into yeses, and now we can go after those that have a little bit higher competition, meaning those that have higher search volume and those that have less words. I created another episode where I go more into depth on this strategy. I call it the LEAF strategy. I'll link to it right here. I call that episode YouTube SEO Secret Strategy. You definitely want to watch that video if you want to dominate YouTube and master keyword research. So go watch that episode now.